Good morning, this is Jeff with your Lancaster home. I wanted to take a second before I started today's video to just thank everybody for the great feedback and support from yesterday's edition on real estate apps for the iPhone. And I definitely appreciate Jason's comment about doing a follow-up video on real estate websites to use when you're searching for homes. Thanks, Jason. I appreciate it. I will get on that. Today I want to talk about lease purchases. Got an email from a client yesterday who has a house that they're going to be listing in the spring, and they have someone that they ran into at work that, you know, young couple getting married, don't have enough money for a down payment but would like to get into a house, and so she had broached the idea of doing a lease purchase with me. So here's my answer in brief. Lease purchases, the upside is that if you're a buyer and you don't have the credit scores to get a mortgage, but you do have the money to make a down payment and you can pay rent, then there's a possibility you can get into a house for a two to 1 year lease time and then close on the house in a standard fashion after that when you qualify for a mortgage. If you're a seller, the upside to a lease purchase is get your house off the market, gets it occupied. You can move on with your life, and you can hopefully collect some kind of a down payment from them to offset the risks of having the house off the market for a couple of years. So obviously it's like a normal rental situation until that weird period of time comes up where they have to qualify for a mortgage and move forward. Now the downside is that that period of time when they qualify for the mortgage, it may never happen. I mean, they may go bankrupt, they may just disappear on you one day, and all the problems that come with having a tenant on your property will happen with those buyers that were supposedly buying your house a year from now and now aren't making rent payments. So there's a lot of liability there for the seller of the home, or in this case the renter slash seller, because now they have to deal with a tenant situation that they really didn't want to deal with. As a buyer, there's a fair amount of risk because you're hanging all your hopes on the fact that the seller is still going to be around in 2 years and able to convey the title to you. And if for some reason they go into foreclosure or decide they just don't want the house anymore for whatever reason, then you're going to be stuck making payments on a house that you ultimately can't have. So these purchase agreements are pretty tricky, and I'd almost even recommend having a real estate attorney involved if you're the seller of a home looking to do a lease purchase agreement. So that's lease purchases in a nutshell. I mean, they have positives. If they're written right, they might be able to be worked out, but there's a fair amount of negatives, and you want to go into something like that with your eyes wide open. So that's lease purchases. If you have any questions, you can always ask me at jeff@yourlancasterhome.com, and I look forward to hearing from you. Have a great day.